Well, hello, and welcome to a long overdue epic discussion
And Hall.
with Resting Easy with
Chris.
and Breezy.
All right, so we ready to get at it?
Yeah.
So what's the main purpose of this video, babe? We're gonna
give you our views and opinions about Epic Universe. It opens this Thursday officially, and every time I say officially, I will be doing this
quotation marks
because it has been open for quite a while.
Yep. Team member previews.
Then pass holders, and then they're just like, we ain't getting enough people in there. We're going to open it up to everybody, including the Helios Grand.
Yes.
All those people that thought they were going to sleep in those beds for the first time.
Yep. Oh wow. Laughing at you.
Anyway, we are going to do it though. How we're going to do it is we are going to rank the lands.
Yes.
And we each have our different views, so we'll be telling those and discussing.
Yes.
And then we will show our haul, which is significant, but it's over all the times that we went. Mm-hmm. So this wasn't just everything.
It wasn't like we just came out of the store with, like 7 bags at one time.
Yeah.
Or actually, I was carrying everything and Breezy just had her drink in her hand and that was it. She an ice cream and that was it. No, we actually, it was over a past couple of times. Yeah. In past couple of days that we were able to go for
team member previews. So we haven't been since the middle of April.
No.
And we probably won't go until November because it's too hot. And if you're going to pay that price, you're going to want to spend it a whole day in the park. And I'm just not willing to do that.
No, not anymore.
But on to our rankings. And of course,
we're
going to start with spot number 5.
Stop number 5.
I think this is the only one we agree on.
Yes.
Which is
Wizarding World.
Battle at the Mystery.
Yes. Even though, it does have a great show, but that's it for me. The ride, I didn't get to see. I didn't even get to see when I went through. I didn't even get to see
Higgledy.
Yeah, I didn't even see nothing of it. So, maybe it will change, but I just don't see a lot going on in that land at all. You have one ride and one show.
And here's the thing. That ride, I've been through the queue multiple times. It's jaw-dropping, literally. Like, not figuratively, literally jaw-dropping. It's an experience of itself.
Yeah. And the thing is I don't think I'll probably like the ride because the way that you've described it is just a bunch of screens moving back and forth like a 4D ride than it is anything.
No, it's not. It's way more than that.
Okay.
Eventually we will ride it. And he'll ride it at least once, but he does get motion sickness.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And I'm familiar with the ride system. I'm familiar with how everything works. And even without riding it, it's phenomenal. The technological advancements on that ride are far above anything that is out right now. But along with that comes major downfalls. Yeah. One, they have not been able to get it to run consistently at all. And that's going to continue. Now, eventually they might, but that means the capacity for this ride is very low.
Yeah.
2, that also leads, in 2 ways. That and the fact that it's very popular leads to long lines. I don't do long lines.
Anything over 30 minutes. Not gonna win.
I'd actually even be willing to wait 60, maybe even 90 minutes for this ride for the first time. Only once. There's very few rides overall that I'll wait more than 30 minutes for.
Like I said, 30 minutes, yeah.
And so with that being the only ride in that park, that's it. Now the show is great.
Awesome. Great show.
I don't want to give away too much in case you haven't seen it. Yeah. Of course, if you want to see it,
everything's on there. You just YouTube it and be like all that stuff.
The surprise at the beginning of the show and, just the puppetry and everything that they use. Yes. It is great. But there's 2 shows in the park, and that's number 2.
Yeah, that's number 2.
Wand magic.
When it's working. Of course, there were some that we've done, and it's okay. I do like the new 2nd gen wands. They light up.
Optics.
And we'll show you one of those here in our haul because we did
We bought two.
Two.
Yeah,
Two.
we each bought one. They
Yes.
each bought a different one.
Yeah.
The thing is the upgrades that they made in the other parks are far better than what they started out with in this park, which
Yes.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, they got to make sure people go to the normal parks too, and
Well, they
do
already tried to
Wizard
do
of
that
Oz.
when they did the ticketing thing. It's like you have to buy
you
the
have to buy
3 or
it
5
in,
day.
yeah. But
But yeah, overall,
I
number
mean,
5.
do they have a? I mean, they have the butterbeer. Yeah, I don't like it either. It's just I don't know. But I didn't see they had the bar there.
Yeah, bar moonshine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm. Walk in, walk out.
Yeah.
Get your drink. That's
Yeah.
about it.
And it does get a line,
Mhm.
even with low capacity.
Yeah. And they do have their walkabout. Walkabout. Is that right? Walkabout characters.
Sure.
Walkabouts.
Walkabouts. Yep.
Walkabouts.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. They're interactive characters.
Yeah, they have some exchange students. They have an aura. Oh, and they have the 3-piece band, which is fun.
Yeah, that they have that too. They come out and just play. But other than that, at nighttime it's very colorful. It's beautiful, but it's well, yeah, true. But they do have kind of like French music playing as well during the night, and the stores are immaculate. But things to do inside that area or the portal, yeah, it's just one ride, one show, some wand magic, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So,
And also, I mean, as far as theming goes, here's the thing. Yes, it's very well themed, but that's the entire park.
yes.
This park, theming wise, beats anything out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the only thing that's even close, and I'm gonna get some and bring it, is Animal Kingdom
Yeah.
as far as theming.
Yeah.
But it's still not even close. So as far as that goes, compared to the other park, it's straight across the board.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the rankings go, they will change depending on like moods and day and night, except for this one. Harry Potter will always be at number 5.
Yeah.
And that's also,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is my view on number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So where we go with that is to number 4 on the list, and number 4 for me is. I mean, what are we counting as the 5th part? There's only 4 portals.
There's 5.
There's
5
portals, but
lands.
there's 5 lands because you have the center part.
That is
parts.
absolutely one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would have to say it's kind of hard, and I've already discussed this already. And once I say something, she's gonna be like, "That's not what you said before."
No.
It does change.
Yeah.
So number 4 for me is Dark Universe.
Divorce papers will be being served.
Dark Universe. The reason, okay, I'll go. You tell your
No.
number 4 too as well.
No,
So-
Dirk. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the thing. These next 4 can absolutely change, and they do change when it's compared to day to night.
Yes.
3 and 4 are tough, and 1 and 2 are tough.
Mm-hmm.
But in the number 4 spot, I am going to put Super Nintendo World.
Okay. Yeah.
And actually, because that had changed too. I actually had that at number 3.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that.
Okay. Well, the reason why I choose Dark Universe as my number 4 is because, again, there really isn't much there. Now, taking the fact that I didn't get to ride the
Monsters Unchained.
the Monsters Unchained one. I did do the Curse of the Werewolf, which I thought it was fine. There's one part of the ride where it just doesn't make it over a loop, and then you get to go backwards, and then it shoots you off again. So that one, it's an all right ride.
I agree with that.
It's okay. Things might change. I mean, we did kind of see it at night, and some of the characters do come out. I think the only one that there was actually only 2 that I saw. Well, 3. Because I saw the Bride of Frankenstein, which
Doing her
is
meet and greet.
I saw the Invisible Man,
'Cause
which
he
is kind of weird.
roams.
He's dressed up, he's bandaged up.
But
so
he's
you can
dressed
see
up
him.
like the old school Invisible
but
Man, like
yeah.
1930s, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Not the modern day.
Yeah. And then the other one is Igor or Igor, however you want to
And he's
pronounce it.
fantastic.
Yeah, he carries body parts around, all that
He is
stuff too.
great.
But like I said, there's really not much there. They do have the face painting there. Breezy will talk a little bit more about that, but they have the bar, which is perfectly themed
Burning
for
Light is great.
perfectly themed for that land. Plus the the what are they called? The windmill vanes are on fire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So they're on fire every once in a while.
And the sound it makes before it actually starts and during is
and then they have some like interactive characters that like
the hounds.
the hounds and all that stuff. So they come in and tell stories and all that stuff and talk about the monsters that are in the land and stuff. That's pretty cool. The store, it's.
You didn't even get to see the other store. The one inside the castle, did you?
Yeah.
You got?
Yeah, that's where I got that one shirt at, the button-up shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
that
saw
was
that.
a lot better.
It's
But Dr.
there's not
Pretorius
just
is-
much. There's not much there. It's 2 rides, no show, but you have your interactive.
But you do have the
characters.
violinists too.
I didn't get to see them.
You didn't?
but-
They weren't there either time.
Nope.
No, that's a bummer. They're really good.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll talk about my view on that later.
yeah. Okay, so
But
are we?
my
Are we?
number
Your
four
number 4? Yeah.
was Super Nintendo, and this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Nintendo person, but when I walked into that land for the first time, I was blown away. It is so bright and colorful, and there's so many moving parts. It is just fun to look at. And they have 3 rides, and they are all cool. Yoshi's an Omni Mover ride. It's slow, but the queue is very cute. And you get to hang out, and it is semi-interactive with the 3 little eggs you have to find, and and just sit there and ride, and you also get to see the land. The Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge VR ride I liked a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
That one is so fun, and of course Bowser's Castle is wow. The theming in that queue is. Great.
It's kind of hard to say. It's like all the good things and bad things about each land because the way that we rank it, we can talk about the pros and cons of each kind of area and how we rank them. We could talk about because I know she's going to talk about the Monsters universe, which is she's going to talk about all that stuff, but how we rank them, that's quite
and
interesting.
again, though, the thing is this land is so interactive. Yeah, you can get the power-up bands, and it tracks it on the app and stuff like that. The thing is, you can still do this stuff even without the power-up bands. You can go and you can hit the blocks, and they're still going to make the sounds. You can go do the little activities they have to find the keys. You can do all that without having the power-up band.
Yeah.
And then Donkey Kong's Minecart Madness.
Yeah.
It's a little rough, but it's still very fun and it's very cute. I think they could have done better with the theming with that queue, but budget cuts had to be made.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably had a lot of very little discretion on how that land is going to be.
Yeah, Nintendo
had
of course,
overall.
Yes, Nintendo had full control over that land as far as if they didn't like something, it had to be changed.
Yeah.
I mean, if they didn't want it to open because it wasn't up to their standards, that was how it was going to be.
Yeah.
Which in a way was actually good because I think that made it better.
Yeah.
The one downfall of this land, because it is so big, it's almost like a land and then a mini land with Donkey Kong Country. It only has 1 bathroom. Now there are a set of bathrooms outside the portal, just to the right by the store that's outside the portal, but still inside the portal. There's only 1 set of bathrooms.
Yeah. So that's our 4s.
That's our 4.
Our number 3s. Go ahead, Bob. What's your number 3?
This is hard. I don't know. I mean, in a way, so of course these are personal in a sense. These are our opinions. And I love Dark Universe because I love the classic monsters.
Do you need a tissue?
No.
Because you're getting ready to
I know.
just to cry about
I
it.
can't do it. But man, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Celestial Park.
Celestial Park is number 3.
It is number 3.
I would have to agree with you on
that's
Celestial Park.
only during the day.
Okay.
That is only
Okay,
during
so
the
it
day.
changes when it's at night. Of
Yeah,
course,
like I said,
definitely.
these can change depending on the mood, day or night, except for number 5. Number
Okay.
5 will always be number 5.
Yeah.
I
I think we agree. Number 3 is
it's a
for
cool
me
land,
too.
and
as
that
well.
carousel.
I didn't get to ride it.
Don't take it for granted. I said granted.
Granite?
I'm thinking of the
Granite?
Jungle Cruise.
Oh, well, I guess we just throw some Disney stuff into this Universal video as well.
yeah.
So
They're interchangeable.
they're interchangeable.
They swap their creative teams anyway.
But totally different. Could change out between day and night because there's a lot more stuff that happens at nighttime.
It's just
that is a little bit better. The lighting, the ride, the two rides that it has. The Celestial Park is kind of like the center of Epic Universe. It's the hub. So you don't go into a portal for this land. As soon as you walk into Epic Universe, you are in Celestial Park. So they do have a lot of great restaurants.
Yeah, they have so many
eateries. You got a Starbucks. You've got
Celestiki. You've got Meteor Astropub, Pizza Moon, Oaken Star Tavern. You've got the Cosmic Dogs.
Yes.
You've got Frosty Moon. You've got Atlantis restaurant. Do you have restaurants that probably will open? I'm guessing maybe early next year that they're already built.
Yeah.
And then you have the two main merchandise stores. And then you have the Moonship Chocolate and Sweets on this side, and then you have another store on this side that hadn't opened before. By the time we
can't remember what it
finished up our visits, but I know it has to do, I think, with the other original character, which is Vincent Various. And that's the thing is, this is an original land. It has original characters.
Storyline and
this
all that
creeper
stuff.
right behind us.
Yeah, the creeper.
He's so
Here,
adorable.
we'll bring him up here a little bit closer. There you go.
This is Captain Cacao, and he is a navigator.
Yeah, a navigator to his
To
a balloon.
Yeah, they do, and we'll show you
We'll
all
show
that.
all that stuff.
But it just so the original concept for this land is, the storyline is actually just really cool. The one downfall of this land, and this is probably part of the reason why I ranked it third, is because it was meant to have roaming characters talking about the story, talking about the how they got the energy to create these portals and things like that. And all that was nixed before team member previews were even done.
Yeah.
And I think that was a huge mistake.
Yeah, they definitely need to hire some great storytellers.
They were great. They just let them
I don't
go.
remember.
Well, they weren't there. No,
for
because these were even before Friends and Family started. They nixed them. It was a shock.
Okay.
Because that helps with the immersion and that helps with the story. They walked around, or sometimes they stood on like a little stage area and talked about all this coming into being and everything, and so it just immersed you more into that storyline. So Universal, bring them.
Yes, they need to tell the story
Yeah.
of the park. There's great things. We didn't really talk about the rides. The carousel, I didn't get to. You got to ride it.
It's
right?
one of the best. Actually, it might be
It's
the
a
best.
weird. To me, it looks weird because I'm so used to
Like the
traditional
horses,
up, down. It's connected to the top and the bottom. This carousel is
It's not connected to the top.
Yeah.
Instead, there are planets that light up at night on the top of each pole, and these things can go up like 6 feet and come down. And there's 7 different songs that you could get.
And then the actual the rides themselves light up as well. I think I said as well about 5 times there in that one sentence, but hey.
And then Stardust Racers.
Well, we got to think about it. It just doesn't go in one direction. It goes
yeah.
in reverse too. So
because there's different circles. There's 3 circles, and then there's a big circle.
It's like this.
Yeah.
You trying to get it all done and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
I wish I could have wrote it, especially at nighttime. I think it would have been really great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stardust Racers is, I think, one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. That thing is awesome. If I was to pick like the best rides out of all the portals, that would still be number 1. All I got to ride was one time on one side. There's 2 coasters and 2 different tracks. So
when you do the celestial roll and you're rolling over and you look up, you can see them, or you look down, you can literally see them. It's like almost you can touch them.
It's pretty. And we watched one kind of like video on YouTube talking about all the different things, how you kind of lose concept into when you're riding it. When you do that celestial spin, you don't know which way's up, left, right, or whatever, because you're just so focused on looking at the coaster that you kind of just like
you don't know really where you're at.
And then it finally gets in, and then You're going, you can hear the other people scream. It's a great coaster, and there's even a throwback into this coaster. Some throwback Universal and what is it, babe?
On the back of the trains, there is a flux capacitor.
Yes,
and if you don't know what that is,
you're not old
go
enough.
research.
Yes.
God. So yeah, we're kind of curious where that comes from. There's got to be a story because everything has a backstory.
Everything does.
And again, they would have kept the Celestians there.
Yes.
We probably wouldn't know what that story is.
Definitely. All right. So that's number 3.
That's during the day for me.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going into our top 2. And number 2 for me is Super Mario Land. The reason why I pick it number 2 is because of all the immersion stuff. Immersion?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Immersion that you can do. There's different adventures you could do with the power-up bands. The rides, even though I didn't get to do, I think the only ride I got to do was Yoshi. And it's just an Omnia ride.
But
And it didn't really have a story to it. You just have a little adventure where you can push the button where you find the eggs.
Yeah, because you got to get the golden egg.
Yeah, the golden eggs. And that was it. It was just like, hey, I want to spend some time sitting down for a little while.
Yeah.
But that's it. The stories were awesome. A lot of things there for, all the different princesses.
Yeah,
just didn't have Princess Peach. There's like all the
realize
different
there were more
ones.
princesses.
Mario, Luigi. You do have a meet and greet with Mario and Luigi.
Princess Peach will
Princess
be there.
Peach and
I know-
Toad or Bowser.
Oh, the little mushroom guy.
Toad.
Okay, yeah.
Toad.
And
And Donkey.
Kong is supposed to be meeting too in his tree house type thing.
Yeah, and I didn't really spend too much time in the Donkey Kong Land, but what I saw of it, they have drums you can do, and just a whole bunch of interaction. This would be a kids' perfect land. Things to do if you want, if they're just getting restless and whatever, take them to Super Mario Land, Super Mario World, and just let them do what they need to do and
They can,
get all the
hit
energy
the
out.
blocks and-
Yeah. I didn't get to ride the VR. I didn't, but it's still, I think it's very immersive. Cons though. All right. This is my cons for this land. That's why it's number 2. The first one is that it's built up. All right. It's like, 3, almost 4 stories tall. And when you're in this land, you're in the land. You don't get to see anything else there. So when I say that, is there going to be an airflow through this land? I don't see, if it's a light breeze or whatever, it's not even going to hit it. And the second thing is most of the things in there are white. And if you know how colors work, white reflects heat. It doesn't absorb it like black does. It's going to reflect. So if you go into this land, make sure you wear a lot of sunscreen, because down here in Florida, you're going to get a lot of sun during the daytime.
Caveat, wear a lot of sunscreen in general, but definitely this park
Yeah.
because it's wide open and it's hot and the trees have not matured yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely a downfall of the entire park.
Yeah, if they had some fans or whatever to, like some high turbo gym fans that just threw air around into that area,
Yeah, they
would be
might.
perfect. But when I was in there the second time we went, it was hot. I
And
was
it wasn't
getting
even
hot.
as hot as it was
Yeah,
now.
it is now, and it gets really. It's really small. It seems like you're compact. It's not like a
so?
really big, like when you look at like Dark Universe or Wizarding World. Wizarding World, yeah, you got the buildings on stuff. You kind of like in a town, but. And for like Dark Universe doesn't have any walls. You can see the trees and stuff like that. I mean, you can't see far. It just seems like you're enclosed into a world. Super Mario
That's
World.
how they wanted it
Yeah,
to be. Though.
and that's fine, but it just seems pretty close.
I do understand
But
the
when
thing
you
with
have like,
airflow.
but you
Yeah.
have like, 5 to 10,000 people in Super Mario World, it's gonna get crowded.
It does get. Here's the thing. A tip. It does get crowded in the morning because it is the first land as you go in on the left, and so of course a lot of people. That's where they're going to head, and a lot of families.
Yeah,
Same thing on the right with How to Train Your Dragon,
yeah,
but How to Train Your Dragon's bigger.
yes. It's more open, but anyway, that's my number 2. I know she talked about it as her number 4, so I still like it. I love the immersion of it, and it's fun.
It is.
And it's really loud.
Yeah, that's true. If
Yes.
you have any sort of sensory issues, I mean, that's theme parks in general, but this land, because of all the sounds, I mean, it has its music, and then, the blocks, when people are hitting those, they make their sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is very sensory overload.
Yeah, but I like it. I don't mind it, but there are going to be those people that just don't
Or,
like it too
bring
much.
earplugs, of course, for your littles. I know they've got really
Headphones or
good
whatever.
headphones
Yeah.
out these days. So carry what you need with you, to help you
And
enjoy
some personal fans.
day. Yeah, fans, cooling towels. I mean,
Yeah.
bring it all
Yeah.
because it will help. Because right now it's just, and for the next 6 months, it's just
Going to be insane.
makes me question. Right?
Yeah. Anyway, you're number 2, babe.
Number 2, Dark Universe.
Why is it number 2 for you?
Okay,
Because I
so
like to drink. I'm just kidding.
I knew it has my favorite drink, my only weakness. So again, I like classic monsters. I was most excited because I've been following the building of this park since the beginning. When they broke ground, I want to say 2018, 2019, and then of course they had to stop, and stuff. And then theme parks stop. They were great on their construction updates, and we heard, of course, before the official announcements last year that we knew what the lands were going to be, and one of them was long rumored to be classic monsters, and I was just so excited. So even though, like you said, there might not necessarily be a lot to do in this land, that alone is going to plus it for me. It has the 2 rides. It has Monsters Unchained, which even when I do get to ride Battle of Ministry, Monsters Unchained is still going to take the top spot just because of its theming. It is very well themed. You are in Frankenstein Manor, okay? And Victoria Frankenstein, which is the granddaughter of Victor Frankenstein, has resumed his work. And then I won't go into too much more detail about it. It lights up. The electricity lights up outside. You see it through the windows and up the spires and everything else. And the animatronics they're advanced as they come right now.
Yeah.
They have a 9-foot Frankenstein's monster animatronic,
Yeah.
and that's just one of them.
Okay.
Anyway, and then Curse the Werewolf. Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. I think they, because there is a statue at the end of like a Romanian fortune teller. It's just a statue. They should have made it an animatronic. I don't get, again, budget cut, I guess. So, because that's basically right at the end where you stop before you offload. That seems like it was a seriously missed opportunity to plus that up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to have it say something, some sort of foreboding, warning, or what fortune, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, it's fine. Das Steakhouse. I ate there once.
Okay. Yeah.
It was fine. That was actually the only food that I've had in the entire park that was mediocre.
Yeah.
But the theming
All the different rooms and all that stuff are actually pretty
and
cool.
the chairs and the walls and the lighting, yes. Okay, just yes. Go walk through these restaurants just to see the theming because they are worth it.
Yeah. I'd have to say that's a pretty cool restaurant. The theming to it, yeah.
Burning Blade Tavern, my favorite place.
Yes.
It has my favorite drink. It's called My Only Weakness. And of course, these drinks have storylines. And My Only Weakness, because Dr. Pretorius, who is the scientist who conducts experiments, his weakness, as he said, was gin. It was a perfect drink for me. And they have snacks and they're delicious. The garlic steak, the burning cheddar bites.
Sure.
They're fantastic. And then that's where the hounds come in. The hounds come in. They're the monster hunters. They talk to you. They are great at what they do. And again, because they have different monster heads on the back walls and things like that. And the bartenders are fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good bar.
And the thing is that also with the theming with this land, because You know, you're in Darkmoor. It's, you know, monsters and stuff. So there's, you know, there's a graveyard, and there's mist coming out of the well, and there's mist coming out of the graveyard and stuff. And then at nights, yeah, this land is, I don't know. It still might be number 2. Celestial might be number 1. I don't know. At night.
It all changes, you
It
know,
does.
but if, like what we're looking at right now. So now that you have basically seen our top, well, our 4, it kind of moves up to our number 1, which is
How to Train Your Dragon,
the
Isle of Berk.
Yeah, it is an awesome land.
It is the most complete
altogether.
land.
Yeah.
It has 3 rides. It has a huge play area for kids. It has the meat hall again. You walk in there, it's so cool. We only had a dessert there, but it was a good dessert.
Yeah.
And it was very cute. The stores, you know, the merchandise is so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I bought a couple things that, like, the first time I went, that I'm just like, I'd never seen the movies. I actually watched the first 2 movies recently.
Yeah.
And even without seeing these movies, I bought merchandise. Actually, as I was following along on the construction of this, I was really excited for this land. Next to Monsters, this was the one I was most excited for without even seeing the movies, because of just how detailed it is. It's so damn cute. Oh, and it has a show.
It does have a show.
Roaming characters, meet and greets.
Yes, it has everything that you can think. It's the water ride is there. It's the boat ride.
Fire drill.
Well, you'll definitely get
And it's interactive.
wet. Yes, and then the people can get you wet.
Yeah.
So that is a great ride
Hiccups,
for
wing gliders.
basically for the summertime. The boat ride would probably be perfect.
Yeah.
Then you got Hiccups Wing Glide Rider. Gliders.
Is so fun.
It is. It's a nice. You had it kind of like being like.
I compared it to Slinky Dog.
Yeah, you got Slinky Dog. Yeah, it's about that. It's not like Velocicoaster or the Hulk or.
And the thing is
Racers,
like
so.
the dialogue changes. There's a few different dialogue options, especially at the end of it with Hiccup. But it's. You know, you see Toothless there, and it's so cute.
Yeah.
And the twins, they wander, and they're fantastic. And then you can meet Hiccup and Toothless, and then sometimes Astrid and her dragon, which is actually more of a person in this huge outfit, will roam the land.
Yeah.
And I know there's a couple other characters.
There's one dragon that blows out fire. I think it's the Alpha Dragon. I think that's one of the Alpha Dragons from number 2. The Ice Dragon.
No, that one's not in the movie.
Oh,
it's in the series. You're talking about the one, that blows out the ice. Yeah, no, the Snow Wraith.
The Snow Wraith. Yeah.
It's actually in the series. I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up. But yeah, it does. It blows out mist.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we've made some shorts of these interactions and stuff like that, because the first time that I went and all that stuff, we weren't able to take pictures or video or anything. But they kind of just said, hey, people are going to make it, and I might as well just drop it off. It gets a little oomph on the kind of like marketing.
Well, after they let the media and the influencers in as well.
Yeah, definitely. Isle of Berk is number 1, especially because of what she just said.
Dragon.
Yeah, that show is awesome. Even though when I did see it, because they, you know...
they had to restart it?
Well, no, they didn't have to restart it. No, mine went all the way through.
Oh, was it you, Jade? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, for me, when I first saw it, I was like, this is cool, but then there's this... You got Toothless and... Hiccup flying over the crowd and on a crane.
And the only thing you can think
And all I can think of is... Oh, please don't let it fall onto the crowd. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking it's like, I know this is brand new, and I'm sure a lot of safety has been taken into this consideration of flying something over a crowd. And things can happen. You know, I worked in big hangars where we had cranes above that were connected, and those things went down. Of course, it was in the military, so you know that stuff wasn't inspected daily and all that stuff. So,
what?
But I know what. But when I saw this show and I saw that big thing just rolling over my head, I'm like, this is cool, but then I'm also thinking like Final Destination crap going on, you know? Thinking it's like, oh, this thing's going to just fall down. Fire's actually going to break out, and we're all just going to, you know, whatever.
And now you're going to like scare 2 people away.
Yeah, scare 2 people away. Yeah. They're like, oh, I really like that. That's cool. Let's try that. But the show is, it is awesome. That was a great show.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that show.
Yeah, it is. It's such a cool looking land, even at night, when they've got their torches again, which are themed to Isla Berg.
Oh, and the benches are kind of themed as well.
Yes.
They're wooden benches.
Yeah,
well,
that's the thing. It's all like
they look
like
wood, but they're actually plastic.
Stuff, you know, it's wooden or it's like leather. You know, it's of course stuff that would have been in, you know, a Viking, you know, village.
Yeah.
So it's just
the different ride. What's the other one? You got Hiccups.
the
other
Dragon
ride.
Racers Rally.
Dragon Racers Rally. Yeah, so that's the one that's kind of.
It goes up in the air and stuff, and how much you flip is up to you, and how much you're able to get the thing to flip. If you don't want to flip, you don't have to. If you want to, you're going to have to work for it.
Yeah, but other than that, it's open. It's not like, you know, like how I said, Mario Land is kind of enclosed. It's wide open. You can actually see over, you know, a bunch of the rides and all that stuff, and it actually is pretty high. And if I remember, the highest part in this whole park is in Isla Berg.
You're talking about the peak of the one mountain?
The peak of the one mountain with the one little dragon house on top of it. I think that's the highest peak inside the park.
Excluding the Stardust?
Yeah.
You might be right.
I think it's the highest. You could see
We'd
it.
have to research that.
You'll have
but
to,
yeah,
you know, when
might
you
be
get into
right.
the park, you'll see it. You won't see it from Mario Land, but
because that was the idea, is to try and cut off all sight lines. Of
portal.
course, there's only a certain amount they could do, but with Mario Land, they did do that. Except you got big green walls, which I think need to be themed better.
Yeah.
But
There's supposed to be a pipe that you're going into and going into the land. But that, I guess you would say, is our top
so we agreed on the
ranking.
5, 3, and 1.
green one, yeah. But it could change. This is not all set in stone, but that is our top 5. And are we ready to get into the stuff?
All the stuff. We
All
have a
the
helper
stuff.
that's going to help bring it to us.
Yes, help us. But
So
are we going
let's
to do it?
start.
Are we
We're
going to do
gonna-
it by? Are we going to do it by land?
We're doing it by land. I already separated by land, so yeah,
Okay,
we're doing it by
we're
land.
doing by land. Okay,
Let's
so the
start
first
with
land,
the least.
the least favorite land.
The least favorite round, which is of course what we've purchased the least amount of stuff from.
Yes.
You want to hand me that, sweetie?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so
Wizarding World.
Wizarding World. So where's your wand?
It's right here.
Where's my wand? Right here. Okay, so we'll go with wands first.
Wands.
Wands
So
first.
they have come out with 4 second-generation wands. Now these aren't specific to any character.
No.
They've actually since then come out with 3 that are character specific, and they will be coming out with one that's exclusive to Epic Universe. But for now,
Just sorry.
this is the one I got.
This is the one I got. So the end tip does light up. Well, actually, not just the tip. It's
Yeah,
like,
just like this whole
it's like
area.
this whole section right here lights up when you
And
do
this
your wand magic and stuff like
Haptic
that.
vibrations.
And then it's got a kind of like a I don't know, kind of like a little
A seal.
area where the battery and all
Yeah,
that
it's a
stuff would go
seal.
into it. Yeah.
Because the battery will you'll eventually have to change.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're having issues, if you go into wand shops there, they will fix it for you.
Yeah.
They will do wand repairs for
Yep.
free.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've already had to do that.
And then you also, in the case, you also get
You
the,
do get your map. It tells you how to cast spells, and then the map actually has Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley on it. And then on this other side is Paris.
Yeah.
And the thing is there's going to be adventures that you're going to be able to do, because this, of course, you'll link it to your phone, to
Yes.
the app, and it will track you. And it also, what it does, because you're going to pick your house, because right now it only has the Hogwarts houses, but you're going to pick your house, and each day there is a house winner. You'd probably cheat and give it to Gryffindor.
Yeah, probably. Dumbledore comes around and goes, 5,000 points to
Gryffindor."
Gryffindor. All right, so
You only have 2 items.
yeah, we only got 2 more. This here is what I got. You know, we are Hufflepuff, so I got I got myself a crossbody bag, which is actually pretty cool. I can have a lot of stuff in it with my
Plus,
food
it does
and drinks.
a lot of the bags now, especially the ones that are sold, even Loungeflies, whatever that are sold in the Wizarding World,
Yeah.
have a spot specifically for your wand, which
Yep.
is nice.
And they have holsters and all that stuff there as well.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like, yeah, people get their wands, they immerse themselves into this world. They got the robes, they got the outfits, they got the wands, they've got the holsters for auras. They got everything that you could want for that. So, the last thing is
Ministry of Magic, like little ID. It holds your ID and then a couple of cards, whatever. Keychain type thing. It's an horror one because, yeah, they have a lot of horror merchandise at this park. But yeah, those are the only items we got from the Wizarding World.
all right, number 4 was, or are we just going by land? Yeah, right,
Yeah.
we're going by land.
We're going to go next. The least amount we got was from Nintendo World.
No, the least amount
The
was
next
from,
one.
Oh, okay.
Next one.
Next least. Okay, so
And guess what? We got some mystery boxes we're going to open too because we've been holding on to these for forever.
yes. Okay, so the first thing is Breezy got this for me. It's Donkey Kong.
And why did I get that for you?
Because of my magic band.
Donkey Kong. So yes, we did buy power-up bands.
Power up bands. We got to be a part because again, the app has the
It'll
thing.
track,
Yep.
like different like little icons that you can get, plus of course your coins.
Yep.
You can track your stuff with Mario Kart, the VR, Bowser's Challenge, things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I got Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
And if you're a fan of the 80s, 90s,
Yeah, slap bracelet.
slap bracelets.
I got Yoshi. Even though after seeing Toad, I'm kind of like sad I didn't get Toad.
And the thing is that unlike your magic bands in Disney, these don't charge or anything. So I'm wondering how long these actually last.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody will do a review of these to see how long it takes and all that stuff. But yeah, we got our magic bands as well. And next thing is that we got
Let's talk about that.
this thing here.
There's another thing about this park. The theming goes through all the way to the food.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever they bring it out on, the boats or the papers or things like this. This came. We ate at the Toadstool Cafe, and it comes with a little Bowser flag.
Yep.
So yes, we kept it.
Yeah.
I guarantee we're not the only ones.
No. Okay.
Mysteries.
Mysteries. You ready to do a mystery with us?
Let's do a mystery box. Pins.
Pins. Donkey Kong pins. These are all the characters that are in the pin. And are we opening these now, or are we going to do a separate video with the pins? What do you guys think? What do you think, Jade? Should we open it now?
Sure.
Sure. I guess we're opening it now.
Opening
so
it now.
surprise. All right. So
We don't have any of these. This is the only box we bought of this.
it's got a little sticker on top. All right, here we go. Do I want to rip just
Yeah,
this
let's just
book?
rip it open. We're throwing it in the trash. We ain't keeping this pretty.
I don't know.
We ain't those people anymore.
Okay, there's 2 pins in here.
All right.
And like I said, these are the pins that you can get.
This one's little.
Well, there's a whole bunch of little pins in here. You can get
I think it's
Dixie Kong or
Squawks.
Squawks. This is...
No, it's not. It's, I don't know who that is.
Well, that is small. That's Diddy Kong.
Okay, Diddy Kong.
Okay, we don't need to say that anymore, okay? It's just small Kong. All right.
Okay.
No more Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, and the next one, I'm going to go with, it's going to be...
Just open it.
Okay.
God.
It is, it's the mystery, or no, the barrel.
Oh,
It's the actual barrel. Sorry, there you
Oh,
go.
that's cool.
Yeah, Donkey Kong barrel.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Because these stars here were kind of throwing me off here.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the hell is this? Okay.
And we got a couple other mysteries too. Like these are both candy tins. We'll open them later though. But yeah, it doesn't tell you like what the options are.
No, it's just candy.
Well, this one is like a mystery in what's in the box. Who knows? But anyway,
You don't want to open it?
fine, open it.
Open it up. You want to open it?
Okay. I'll open
Okay.
it. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, cute.
It's a little
okay.
tin.
So that's what it is. Winner's Cup candy. All right, cute.
Okay,
All
cool.
right, cool.
All right.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't really anything. All right, so
Next
is
land, we'll do How to Train Your Dragon
How
next.
to Train Your Dragon.
Thank you. Impulse buy.
Impulse buy. I think most of the stuff was impulse buy.
Okay. Yeah. As I stated, I bought stuff the first time I went to this park from this land without even ever knowing the movies.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, the cup I've been drinking out of, I don't know if you can see it,
Yep.
but it's Hiccup's Workshop. They have a lot of cute stuff, like tools and everything for his workshop.
Drinking gin.
What?
What? No.
Oh. Yeah. Look at them. Barf and Belch, which of course are the twins dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is a Gronkle. I can't remember the guy's name that rides him though. The one other guy. It has a tail sticking out. This is a dragon house, obviously. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know, and you're probably going to be like, his name is this and his name is this. Please do, because I need
Yeah,
educated.
please put it down in the comments.
And then they do have, this is the, not motto, the emblem of the land for the keys. And then here is the back. And this is, was it Storm Chaser? Astrid's Dragon. Stormfly. Okay. Yay, me. Oh, and it's got, on the sides it has different dragons as well.
It's just a big dragon house.
Yes.
Is that the
Oh,
barn
that's
where they keep all the dragons in for the eggs and stuff? Or
No,
is that
this is
something
just
different?
an individual dragon
Oh,
house.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I did. And
What's
on
the inside look like?
Okay, I'll try and see what I can tell you. It's basically just prints of all the different dragons. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this very well, but here you go.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Lacey.
Okay.
Dragons.
Yep, we have dragons. Lots and lots of dragons.
Yep.
And then my earrings.
I don't know if you
They're-
want to hear a close up here.
Yeah, see? They're dragon houses. Can you see them?
Yep, you see them. Okay, cool.
Those are freaking adorable. They had several of these. They had a green one and a pink one, and I
Little
got this
keychains,
one. Can
yeah.
you see why I got it? Do you see that? Yeah, that's why.
I don't know why.
Seriously?
Oh, it's got a butterfly.
Is that a butterfly?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm holding a T-shirt. Yeah. This is not mine, okay? But here's a T-shirt. It's got,
This is the type of dragon that Astrid has. I do
Yeah.
know that.
and it's just purple and,
On the back.
and,
Yeah.
what's this color? Teal? Yeah, it's about teal and stuff. It's a shirt.
Impulse buy.
Impulse buy.
When you're sitting in line waiting to check out and they have all that stuff for you. Yeah, that's what
And
these are.
does anybody know how much or how many points each of these sheep are?
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments.
And finally, this is Burke. And it has a print all the way around. It's very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious though to see how well this holds up over time. As far as, it feels pretty good.
It is definitely probably not dishwasher safe.
No, you never want to put these type through the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But it has like all the characters and the dragons, and it's very cool.
Is there anything on the inside, or is it just an empty bottle? Because I
probably
know there's
just-
something.
Probably just instructions. Oh no, straw. Oh,
It's a straw.
It's got
Two
an extra
straws.
straw. It's got
Oh,
a
that's
backup
cool.
straw. Yeah, this stuff's been sitting in. Well, actually, this is fairly recent.
Yeah, that's recent.
But a lot of the stuff has been sitting in bags
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah. All right. Now
All right,
we move
let's-
to
Let's go with this one.
the next one, which is kind of like the
Celestial Park.
Celestial Park, where
Epic.
the entrance to it, where you could buy all of this stuff in actual Celestial Park.
Most of it. There's some stuff you could
Okay.
not. No.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not all of it.
All right, Celestial Park. One of the original storylines it has is for Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets, which I want to say her name is Mary. She goes around the universe, finding different chocolates and sweets to bring back. And Captain Cacao is her navigator, and she flies around and a hot air balloon.
Yep.
So of course I got this pin. Yeah, I don't know if it's coming off the screen right now, but it is very sparkly. And the tiny, tiny details, but if you look, you can see both of them in the cabin. It's probably really hard to tell, but they are there. So I did buy that pin.
Okay.
And then also bought the keychain. And it does spin. And it looks like it's like a like a wheel, you know, the navigation wheel.
Yep.
Steering wheel, you know, whatever. I know my
Steering wheel.
hat. Moonship, chocolate, and sweets.
It's
I do. I really
adjustable
like.
hat that you can, like, you know, for your,
it's
you know.
adjustable.
Yep.
I just really like the design of this whole area. Because I also bought tank top. Yeah.
Yep.
And then shirt.
Sure. Yeah. There's the,
So,
the
yeah.
ride.
So let's see. Yeah, there she is. Okay, let's see if you can see her. And then of course you can see the bear.
Yep.
That's a better picture.
Yeah, you can't really.
And then the only general like epic thing I've purchased so far is this tank top. And to be honest, this is a large and it's big. But when I went back, they were already out of mediums. And as far as I know, they had no intention of reordering anymore because they're already ordering new stuff. So that is that.
All right.
Now
So
for the big one.
yeah, it's all the cutesy stuff.
So most of the merchandise I've purchased, of course, is from Dark Universe.
Yes.
And it's a lot.
But you've already seen some of the stuff of the stuff that we bought from Epic.
Look at those
Monsters
itty
Land.
bitties. They're so
those
dainty.
are mysteries, and we actually do have a couple more, right?
We have like 3 more. We're not going to open them right now because this is like this video is already getting up there.
Hey, it's a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us for the last
Yeah, so
hour
we
or
do. We still have 3 more of these biddies to open.
Yeah.
And here's what you can get.
Yeah.
And we do have we have the mummy, which is freaking hilarious. I freaking love it.
You got his butt showing.
We have. He's holding his no parts. We have Bride of Frankenstein, and then we have Frankenstein, and these are so cute. Here's the because they each come with a card, and so you've got. This
So
one.
if you are opening up these things, make sure you don't look at the card before.
If you want to be surprised.
If you want to be surprised, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're just adorable. They're so detailed.
Yeah.
And I mean, only Universal can get away with, having somebody, with a bare butt holding their no parts.
Yeah.
This is fucking hilarious. Okay. So yeah, we have 3 of those open. We have 3 more to go through. Also, we have pins.
Pins. More pins. And
We've
more
got.
pins.
Let me get the ones out that we have here. Let me just pull all this stuff out. I don't have a problem.
Why are you guys poor? I don't know.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
I have a problem.
Yeah. So the mystery pins.
Yes. Here's
We
the
have
pin.
4 of them so far, and luckily they're all different.
That's good. And there's what you can get.
And we've got the creature, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein.
Okay.
We're not going
There's
to
the
open
boxes.
those yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to keep
Okay.
those later for later.
And then, like I said, we have 3 of the bitty monsters as well. And then, of course, I did buy this bag.
Yeah.
Because, of course, all the lands have reusable bags in like 3 different sizes. And a lot of them zip up at the top, too, which is nice.
Yes.
All right. Small stuff. Badge reel.
Yep. Oh, sure. I'll take some stuff.
Keychains. This is from Dr. Pretorius' Scientific Oddities. We're shop in the Darkmoor, and he does even have his signature charm. If you can see it here. There we go. But yeah, so I got that one.
Yep. Here's another keychain, but it
From the Burning Blade
from the
Tavern.
Burning Blade, and it's also a beer opener. So
Yeah, and here's the thing though. This is what it says. It says Burning Blade Tavern, Darkmoor, established 1818. Libations that burn away your inner monster.
there you go.
Yeah.
Here's another keychain. It's got
monsters.
monsters in all nice and colorful, and then we have Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, and then the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And then we have a, what's this thing
Church
called?
key.
Church key.
For the Burning Blade Tavern.
Yeah, there you go. So it's a bottle opener and a thing just to spin around.
Look cool.
And look cool when you're kind of like, oh, and then we got a stick.
So yeah, when I went to Doc's Steakhouse, this was in my sandwich, and it says Nostro Arbitrario Solos, which, if I'm not mistaken, loosely translates to it's basically my decision, because the story is it's Dracula's castle, and he decides whether you live or die.
Oh, and then lastly,
Oh, that's not lastly.
oh, it's not? Oh, well, yeah, from the small little things.
Oh, the little things, yeah.
Yeah, is a wallet. A wallet. So
like
it's a
old
burning.
style.
It's a burning blade wallet, and it it's a normal kind of like a leather. Like, and this is what our wallets look like at the end of the week, or
That's
end of
what
the
our
month, or
wallets always
whatever.
look like.
Yeah, true. And then it's got a beer opener. You know, this kind of reminds me of like the sandals that you buy at like the beaches. You know, and they have a bottle opener at the end, bottom. It's like, hey, look, I've been walking around, and now I just want to open my beer. Sweet. Or you could be like, hey, this has been on my butt all the time, and now I want to open my beer. But you know what it is. It is what it is. All right. So now we're going into the big cutesy stuff. All right.
Yes, these are so adorable, and eventually we will own all of them.
Yeah.
Also, the creature is my favorite. And FYI, he was created by a woman. But yeah, and he's got his little fish friend.
Yeah. And this one is probably, to me, the cutest one. And it's the Wolfman, and he's got himself a little like cat or something. But the thing is watch. Did you hear that? It's like he's hugging it. Oh, it's so cute. And then of course, it's just big head.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
head.
big head.
And then we have Bride of Frankenstein with her little like a rat friend. No, is that
That's a cat. That's a cat. That's a cat. I don't know what this one is.
Yeah, what is that?
It looks like a dog.
Is
It's
it
a dog. It's like
Okay,
a little
dog.
wolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's a cat. So we got the bride. Yes,
Yeah.
they're cute.
They're cute.
We'll eventually, like I said, own them all.
Yeah, I think there's only like 2 more.
No, there's
Dracula, Frankenstein.
and Mummy.
Oh, the Mummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shirts.
Shirts. Yes. Oh, you got this one here.
Curse of the Werewolf.
Curse of the World War werewolf shirt.
Burning Blade Tavern.
She's like, Burning Blade Tavern.
They're there. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
If you made it this far and got to that, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Tank top. Werewolf.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All the monsters.
All the monsters.
Yes. And this would be definitely not, well, to me, it's a little thick. So.
Actually, it's pretty light when I have it on. But yeah, and actually, some of these you can. Well, this one I know you can get inside the other parks as well. A few of these items you can, not all of them.
Okay, and then I thought this was actually cool. I'm really looking at the button-down shirts and all that stuff. This one is actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, this one's a little heavier.
This
than,
is
like,
definitely,
the belts, but
and plus it's black, so I don't know if I'll be actually wearing it during the day.
not
It might
until,
relax,
maybe
yeah.
November.
Yeah,
December.
but
But yeah, it's got like actual like
classic
live
monsters.
photos
Yeah.
of the monsters and sketches of bones, things
Yep.
like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And finally,
What we all need.
a slouch bag.
Another bag. Oh, no.
So it's got, of course, it's got the characters here, and then my favorite right there, front and center.
Yeah.
I use this one a lot because when I went to the park, because it holds the wand. Because I don't have a bag that has a specific spot for my wand.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Actually, I have purchased a couple other things for people, but
You can't see those.
not to like watch these videos.
Yeah.
But
But that is everything in itself for what we have purchased so far.
We definitely want to hear your thoughts
Yeah.
as far as what you think about our rankings. Where are your rankings? What are you most looking forward to? What were you most disappointed about?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to hear it all. Let's start a conversation.
Yes, please have some comments down below.
I mean,
but
if you have a different opinion in mind, it's fine. I'll tell you it's wrong.
yeah, that's the way she is. She says that to me all the time. Be like, oh, that's cool. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up or a like. Make sure that you
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, or not or.
Just leave
Make
a
sure
comment.
you hit make sure you hit that bell notification to see more upcoming videos of our adventures and the theme parks and stuff. With that being said, though,
Bye.
bye.